is getting a second chance at life here at Marathon's Turtle Hospital. In today's episode, we're not just saving sea turtle lives, we're ending the day with the best sunset in the Florida Keys. But first, we're stopping at the Turtle Hospital in Marathon to meet some incredible rescue sea turtles. Then, we're crossing the iconic 7 Mile Bridge again. If you haven't watched my last episode with all my best tips on that drive, I'll have it for you at the end. But stay tuned, because at the end of this video, I'll be showing you the ultimate hidden sunset spot at Bahia Honda, home to some of the most pristine beaches in the Florida Keys, and I'll give you some tips of areas to go explore and things to do. You don't want to miss it. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Selena, but you can call me Sally. I travel in a camper van, sharing epic adventures, secret spots, and travel tips. This season is packed with excitement, and here's something special for you. At the end of the season, I'm giving away a free or discounted ebook with everything you need to know about renting a camper van and must-have app. But don't worry, if camper vans aren't your thing, the highlight of this ebook is my tried and true ultimate itinerary for the Florida Keys, so you have the best experience possible. Just watch each episode to collect the secret word to make your dream trip a reality, and I'll show you how to claim your ebook at the end. Let's adventure, everyone! This is Florida Key season, episode 6. After exploring all the Pigeon Key has to offer and the adventures in the 7 Mile Bridge, this episode will focus on the Turtle Hospital and cross again the 7 Mile Bridge to catch one of the most stunning sunsets at Bahia Honda State Park. Leaving Pigeon Key, the Turtle Hospital is just a few minutes down the road, so it's a must visit after you having that experience. And of course, one of the first animals we see was not a sea turtle, it was one of the lizards, and that was definitely a big one. Are you trying to see turtles here, buddy? You're going the wrong way. Alright, let's go the right way. As soon as you step through the doors, you're surrounded by information about these incredible creatures and the work being done to save them. The lobby is part education center, part gift shop, and it's the first stop on your visit. And right next to here, we headed to the room where they give you a full explanation and rundown about the animals and about the rescue project they do over here.
You got it? Now tell me about it. Pretty lightweight, right?
Wow, yeah.
It's amazingly lightweight.
It's actually heavy.
Turtles, if you're ever sitting in an airport and you want to Google something and you don't know what to look for, Google a loggerhead eating their dinner. Now they're going to eat conch, they're going to eat lobster, they're going to eat mollusk, crab, any of the good stuff with shells, correct? So when they eat that, it's going to be really important. Now how do they do it considering they have no what?
Teeth.
They have no teeth. Now, what's in this hole and that hole, guys? Help me. Eyes, right. What's in that?
Nostril.
What here and here?
Ears.
Ears, that's right. Now, what are in these two? Honey, they wish it was the brain. Honestly, this is why I say every day, sign me up to be a sea turtle next time. This is one of the majors. Now, this is something very specific. They need to eat that entire shell and all. That little animal does not come out and say, "Oh, Mr. Sea Turtle, please eat me." Okay, that little slug, I don't think it's smart enough. Now, this sea turtle is going to eat that entire thing as it's trying to get away. I mean, that's a little sick and twisted, but it's really funny and cool to watch on video.
It's the shell?
Everything from rooter to the tooter. So it eats the entire thing. So what are in these two, guys? No. Thank you so much, Daddy. That's the doctor. Bring it in. He knew they are jaw muscles. They're going to eat slap through that. Now, my doctor over here, he's going to show me where the brain is. Go on. You know exactly where it is. He is exactly right. You see that itty bitty teeny tiny hole? That is where a sea turtle's brain fits. And this one's really big, honestly.
As you can see, you learned some amazing information about these beautiful sea turtles, and I did my lesson. I went to search for a loggerhead eating a conch shell, and guys, look what I found. The little guy was definitely trying to literally run for his life, but it did not quite go his way. Now listen to this turtle crushing the shell. Now that was mind-blowing, or should I say conch shell crushing blowing. Now not only this turtle is trying to crush the shell to eat its dinner, but also there's a literally sucker trying to steal the dinner of the turtle. Tough life, loggerhead, tough life. But what a beautiful scene. And he sure was able to secure his dinner after all. The experience here in the Turtle Hospital and learning about these animals with some fascinating facts was absolutely a must when you are in marathon. You were able to physically hold sponges and even the shell of a turtle and see from the inside and outside. The next part of this experience was to walk into the hospital and see where they conduct surgeries and learn a little bit more on how they help these rescued animals.
Actually, where all the magic happens. Over there, that is intake room. That is going to be our x-ray area. If they did come in and close the doors, that is the x-ray machine and the live feed there. So, remember I said we hadn't seen a sea turtle with a cell phone. How did they get here? We know it's you guys. Now, when they come in, this is the original pictures at intake. This is not all of ours. You're behind as usual. It's really busy here at the end of the year, especially if you get 27 all at one time all the same day. Those ambulances, yes, we do use them. Those ones that were flown in for free. Even FedEx ships them to us in banana boxes. That's how the 22 that came, they came in banana boxes. I'm not kidding you. Now, each one of them has a special name. This is admitted, that is released. And by the way, that is not up to date. So, today I want to ask a question. How do we get our sea turtles? You know it's you, so sir. If you were out there fishing today and you saw a sick or injured sea turtle, would you know what to do? Okay, so what would be your first stop?
Not let it go, call somebody.
That's correct. He's on the right road. He's right on. I thought that he's on the right road. Yes, he has a cell phone. Thank goodness. The sea turtle, if you do see one, please come immediately back to me because I haven't seen it yet. Now, once you find them, who are you going to call?
You call Coast Guard? Or
Yes. Coast Guard, bring it in again. Okay, who after the Coast Guard? Who after the Coast Guard?
Fish and Wildlife.
Oh my gosh, he's on a roll now. Now, I love that man. He's doing good. He didn't know he was going to pass it. He's fat. Thank goodness he's doing it, and I didn't point to y'all. Now, you are going to have to be up next after he gets finished. Now, who's the last person you can ring-a-ling-ling, especially here in the Keys? Maybe on this island, maybe. Ooh, you could call the hospital itself. You're going to see our rehabbers, guys. They are on 24/7.
I know you won't be able to save all these numbers, but of course, remember to Google them in the situation you find one of these animals out there. And what is really good to know here in Florida, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation and Commission line also will take reports of manatees, dolphins, whales, Florida panthers, and black bears if you find any of those. Now, it was interesting to learn about the interns in this hospital. They work there for about 2 years and they're on call 24/7. Now, stick to the end of this visit because we were able to see a brand new patient coming in. But now, let's go visit all the patients of this hospital because that was definitely the most exciting part of this visit. And an important fun fact is when you find a sea turtle, you name it. So be considerate of your choice because the name will stick with the sea turtle for the rest of its life. Wow. These adorable patients are in several different areas according to their needs outside in the hospital. So first, we're stopped to visit the ones in the big pool. These ones specifically are going through a rehabilitation process. As you can see, this one has a bump in their shell caused by getting hit by a boat or something else. The remedy to heal in this case is they add putty on top of that bubble to press that down, and the turtle learns to swim with that again, causing the air in the bubble to come out and for them to heal. Some other turtles had tumors that were removed and they were in rehabilitation to learn to swim again after surgery, like this one. And here you are able to see all the pals healing together You have Wow at the top, Sky swimming along, and now Corey coming around. They were very friendly, and the moment they see you around the pool, they just want to come and say, "Hi, dude. Hi, dude." Next, it was time to get to the back of the property, and during the walk, we learned that this used to be a hotel back in the day. And now this is the area where all the residents that take care of the turtles live. If you call locally reporting a turtle, they actually have an ambulance that can go and pick it up. But here's the animal that stole the show on our walk to the backside of the property.
Hi, Big George. How are you, buddy? That's what I call him. He's pretty handsome, my lefty. He's huge. He looks like a dinosaur.
Now this is the big saltwater pool, one of the most unique parts of the hospital. This pool is home to some of their permanent residents, sea turtles that due to their injuries cannot be released back into the wild. Many of them have lost flippers, suffer from buoyancy issues like Wow, or have conditions like fibropapillomatosis, a disease that affects sea turtles worldwide. But even though they can return to the ocean, this pool gives them a second chance at happy life. They get to swim, socialize, and live out their days in a protected, natural-style habitat. And the best part? We get to feed them. Let's go! There's something incredible about moments like this. Standing here, hand outstretched, connecting with these ancient, resilient creatures. Each of these sea turtles has a story. Some were injured, some were sick, but all of them have been given a second chance. It's a reminder that no matter what challenges we face, there's always hope, always kindness, and always people willing to help. Watching them swim up, eager and full of life, shows just how much love and care can make a difference. And right now, in this moment, we get to be part of that. On the other side, they have the smaller tanks where young sea turtles that are recovering from injuries stay. Each tank is like its own little ICU, giving these turtles the individualized care they need before they're strong enough to move on. We even saw some very cute and tiny little babies in here. And one of the most unforgettable experiences was to watch a new resident just arriving and landing in literally a pool of care that will be part of the next days of this turtle.
Woo! Good job, girls!
To wrap up the day, I made a donation and got myself a turtle bracelet to stay with me to remind me of this beautiful moment. Now, after such an amazing day, it was time to sing all the meaning from the top of my lungs as we drove again back on the 7-mile bridge to reach on the other side the Bahia Honda State Park, where I'm gonna show you the details on how to catch the best sunset to wrap up your day. Inside the park, you want to drive all the way to the end. That's where you have the most gorgeous view of beach. You also will be able to see the famous broken bridge at the end of that beach area. Let's go check it out. So we just parked in the Bahia Honda State Park. And I always say, man, another best part of traveling with a van is I can just go in, get on my swimsuits. I think I'm gonna take the bike out to investigate the areas of the park first. I think we can take our paddleboard out here. So let's investigate a little bit, but no drones because it's a state park. So still no flight with a drone. Let's see what's out here. And changed. So now let's pack some snacks so we can do a picnic and watch the sunset. In our picnic menu, we have some mixed nuts, leftover pretzels from the other day, actually from the Old Dominion concert. We have 3 very juicy chicken and artichoke dip sandwiches. We have a little charcuterie board, plastic, not board, with cheese, prosciutto, some carrots, a little orange, and some raspberries, and of course, water. Now let's put that in the bike. Oh, look at that, in a bag and all. Now let's get this bike out of here. Ha! Oh yeah, man, life on YouTube is so much easier than in real life. All right, let's go, everyone. Over here, there is a swimming area where no pets, no paddle boards, nothing of that is allowed. That is the broken bridge we're gonna go check out. After riding around, I start realizing bikes were not allowed in certain areas, pedestrians only, no paddle boards. So I'm glad it actually took the bike around to figure this out. Let's remember what lot the van is parked, right? Typical Selena thing to forget. All right, let's fast forward this ride. Our bike ride was very short-lived because I just found the trail and it is foot traffic only. No bikes, no vehicles. So let's put the bike back in the van and then let's get walking. Now we're fully packed, walking as allowed. And I also got the snorkel gear just in case. I think I'm gonna use it, but just to have it with me in case the opportunity is there. So this is the Old Bridge Trail, everyone. Let's go try this first one, bridge access. All right, let's fast forward this walk for y'all. Now I have to do all the work, y'all. Just sit and enjoy. Now this is as close as to a hike we're gonna get here in Key West. Missing all those hikes in Hawaii. But man, this is gorgeous as well. So we're almost at the bridge. Let's go. The old Bahia Honda Bridge stretches an impressive 5,055 feet across the Bahia Honda Channel. Originally built between 1905 and 1912 as part of the Henry Flagler's ambitious East Coast Railway we've been learning about this entire season. It was later converted into a highway in 1938, carrying travelers on the original overseas highway. But by 1972, the bridge was retired, its role in transportation history coming to an end. Today, it stands as a reminder of a bold vision, of engineering feats, of a time when the dream of connecting the keys to the mainland became reality. And thanks to preservation efforts, we can still walk up to this historic landmark, take the incredible views, and appreciate the legacy it left behind. Now on the opposite side of the beach is this nice spots with several picnic tables, inlets, and I'll tell you, this looked like a great place to watch the sunset. Let's go explore. I always like to find the perfect spot for the sunset, so we went exploring both sides to make sure which one was gonna get that premium view. On the other side of the bridge, there's some good spots as well. And as you come on this higher part, you can go to those picnic spots. But this is where I found the gold, everyone. sinking low, painting in the sky in gold and fire, and I'm here, barefoot in the sand, the waves brushing against my skin, the warm ocean breeze wrapping around me like a familiar embrace. I take a deep breath, letting it all sink in. This moment, this freedom, this life. I think back to the times I hesitated, waiting for the perfect timing, the perfect companion, the perfect plan. But the truth is, the adventure is always waiting. It just takes the courage to say yes, to step out alone, to trust that the world has something incredible to show you. And now, standing here in this perfect spot, watching the sun melt into the horizon, I feel nothing but gratitude. Gratitude for every step that brought me here, for every risk that led to reward, and for the simple, beautiful truth that you don't need permission to live the life you dream of. I really hope these videos remind you of that you are capable, that you are strong, and that the world is waiting for you too to go and experience it. Because once you do, you'll never be the same. This was a sunset to cry about. I call it a triple sunset because it set on the first top cloud, then it set again on the next cloud, and then it came out at the bottom and it really set. Like, that was absolutely gorgeous. Reminds me, third time's the charm. You gotta wait for the most beautiful things in your life to come. It gives me hope that maybe also some of the most beautiful things in my life are to come. I mean, this this is pretty beautiful. So this episode is not over yet. We still need to find a place to go boondocking tonight again. I have about 3 places in mind. So we're gonna leave the park right now. Gonna see if there's a place to shower here, so I have more space to shower versus in the van. But if not, shower in the van it is. And we're gonna head to Key West, because tonight we'll make it to Key West. So stay tuned. If you're new to the channel and you made it all the way up here to this video, thank you. Thank you for staying. Welcome to this travels and adventures with me. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. It will help me a lot. Leave me any comment of anything you want to know. And I would love to hear from you all and my followers. I will see you all in Key West. Let's go. Since my first van travel in Hawaii, showering outside is quite an experience that I enjoy, and I was really glad to find this spot here in the park. So shower outside of the van day it was. Success. We found where we're gonna boondock tonight, but not to cause any alert, I came to another parking lot, kill some time, end up going to a Ross store. But for tomorrow, we're gonna go to the Dry Tortugas Park, and that is a fort in its own island all the way south from Key West. It's gorgeous, and there are 2 ways to get to the park. One is through a ferry, the other one is through a seaplane, and guess which one we're doing? We're gonna go on a seaplane. So that's gonna be the early morning terrifying adventure. Let's see how that's gonna go. I am scared of small planes. I don't know why. I can fly in regular, commercial flights, planes all the time, but when it's a very tiny one, I freak out. Both times I skydive, I was more afraid of the plane than the jumping off the plane itself. So let's see how that's gonna go tomorrow, and that thing taking off and landing in the water. So yeah, it's gonna be pure adrenaline, because right after that they give you snorkeling gear for you to snorkel around the fort. So 3 things there. Number 1, manta rays. Number 2, sharks. Number 3, jellyfish. You already know from last season how scared I am about snorkeling, so I am having to prepare myself mentally when I sleep tonight, and hopefully I get some sleep because I'm gonna need it. So let's pack snack for tomorrow, because if you go to Dry Tortugas, there's no food. So you have to be prepared. And since we have to be in the airport 6:30 in the morning, so we're gonna have it all ready to go, and tomorrow just grab and go in the morning. Let's do it. I think we did good for our boondocking today, because in the parking lot I found all these plants. They're out here and they're totally covering the van, so it's just noisy because of the avenue down there. The review says the chickens start screaming at 2:30, 3 in the morning. So let's hope for a good night of sleep. So stay tuned, because next episode, oh my god, is the seaplane and scuba diving, snorkeling, all in Dry Tortugas. So stay with me to see what is to do in Dry Tortugas, and then at the end of the day, we're gonna explore Key West and hopefully get an amazing spot for a sunset. Let's see if it's gonna beat the incredible sunset we had today. Today was a day of bridges. So the key word for this episode is bridges in the plural. So save those keywords if you don't know what's going on. I am giving all the details of this van travel here to Key West, with all the spots for you to stay, where to rent the van, all the details about the van, because you need to know how many miles you're gonna run, what upgrades do you have to pay, what upgrades you can pass. I'm gonna have a booklet with all the details of renting the van, all the stops, all the adventures, a list of all the prices, name it, all the information for this trip for you to take it and replicate it, minus all my miss outs, because I'm testing and trying right now. So what I'm gonna hand to you is all tested and tried. For the first 20 followers that send to me all these words I'm gonna give you in all the episodes, you will get a free guide for this trip. All right, so I'll see you on next episode. It's time I can't talk. It's time to go to sleep. Can't wait to see what's gonna happen tomorrow. Good night, everyone. As I promised earlier in this video, I'm leaving right here the episode for crossing the 7 Mile Bridge. There's so much for you to do and see and experience, and some people just think it's cross a 7 Mile Bridge. So make sure you watch this episode right here until next Sunday, and I'll see you next Sunday flying on a seaplane, going to an island far, far away to Dry Tortugas. I'll see you there. I hope you're enjoying watching these episodes as much as I enjoy making them for you. And just like you would get some coffee with a friend and listen to some stories, if you'd like to buy me a coffee and help me out so I can continue to bring all these inspirations and tips for you, there's a QR code on the screen for you to scan and send me a coffee. Thank you so much in advance.